What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Mike. Just leaving the gym, killer chest workout. I know today's not International Chest Day, but it doesn't matter. As long as you're in the gym, that's what matters. Which actually made me think of a couple of beginner tips I want to share with you. And these are probably the two best tips I can give you in regards to chest, just starting off. Again, there's also a lot of different caveats and things like that, different things you can try out as you're getting more advanced. But these two things actually really help your overall chest growth. Starting off with number one is retracting your shoulders whenever you're doing some kind of pressing motion. And what that means is, I'm not saying just stick your chest out. It's different. So what you want to do is you want to bring your traps up, back, and down. Think about putting your shoulder blades in your back pocket. And what that does is, if you even just try it, as you actually stick your chest out a little bit further, you can get a bigger stretch in your chest overall. Why that's important is, again, more stretch, more muscle recruitment, more muscle fiber recruitment, I should say, which leads to more growth. Now, I'm not saying you gotta look like a duck, stick your neck out like that. I'm not saying that at all. Don't look like a duck, but shoulders up, back, and down. Try that on your next chest day. See how it feels. Do how you normally would do it. Just lay down on the bench or on the chest, whatever kind of chest press that you're doing. Try it out. See what that feels like, just without retracting your shoulder blades, and then work on retracting your shoulder blades. It's going to feel kind of funky at first. You're like, why am I doing this? But it makes a huge difference. So that'll be the first thing I'll say. Retract your shoulder blades. The second thing I want to say is, whenever you're doing some kind of flying motion, particularly if you're on the pec deck machine, or if you're doing a cable fly, you actually want to bring your upper arm where your biceps are. You want to bring that inside. So a lot of people, whenever they're doing their flies, whether it's on a pec deck, a cable fly, something of that nature, they just think about hugging somebody, and they kind of bring their fists together. But if you pay attention, if you just bring your fist in like this, there's a whole lot of motion between here and here that you're missing. So again, watch this. So from here, just my fist in, compared to here. There's a whole lot of range of motion that you're missing. You're just like, I don't know the exact percentage of it, but let's say you're missing, a good 25% of the range of motion. Because one of the things that your chest is responsible for, it's responsible for pushing, but it's also responsible for bringing your arm in. So just trying that thing, it's called, it'll come to me. I'll say in the video. Adduction, horizontal adduction. You bring your arm into midline. I don't know why that just skipped me. But work on bringing your upper arm inside. Now, I'm not saying that if you don't bring your upper arm inside, if you just focus on giving someone a big hug, like if you're pretending like you're hugging a tree, I'm not saying that you're not going to recruit a lot of muscle. You're definitely going to recruit a lot of muscle. You're definitely going to feel it. But try those things out, particularly if you're doing like the seated pec deck machine. If your gym has one where you can bring it in to the midline, try this combination out. Retract your shoulder blades. So again, shoulders up, back, and down. You get that big stretch up top, and then bring your upper arm inside, and see how much of a difference that makes. It's going to be a game changer. And try it out. I used to not do the combination. Again, I'll admit it. It's like, I've been in the gym for a hot minute, and there are things that I'm still learning. Because no matter who you are, no matter how long you've been in the gym, there's always a new way, or a new way to work the muscle that you're doing. There's always a better way or a different way to recruit as many muscle fibers as you want to, or as you can, to maximize your exercise, to make the most out of your time in the gym. Because again, the gym is my fun place. I can be in the gym easily 2 hours. I was in the gym for 1 hour and 40 minutes today. Easy. And I was like, okay, I didn't feel anything. And I could have stayed in the gym a whole lot longer, but I'm like, you know what? I'm a busy dude. I got stuff to do. I got to check some emails to see if anyone, I'm waiting for 2 particular emails, potentially 3, so I can actually progress with my coursework, and an application I'm working on. So I'm waiting for some things. So, I'm a busy person. I got some stuff to do. Do I want to stay in the gym a whole lot longer? Oh yeah, I do. Like, again, staying in the gym for 2 hours is easy money for me. There's a lot of exercises that I could have done that I didn't do. I did do what I wanted to do. There's other exercises I wanted to incorporate, but I make sure that I try to maximize each exercise that I'm doing. Because like I said in one of the previous videos, you want to gauge your fatigue. You want to gauge how much stimulus you're providing yourself. So again, while you're working out, let's say if your goal is 10 reps of an exercise, where you're going 8. Okay, this is easy. 9, this is easy. 10, this is easy. If that's easy, you're going too light, or you're resting too long. But if your goal is 10 and you're like on 7, like, okay, this is good. On 8, it's like, oh, I'm feeling it. 9's like, oh. 10's like, oh. That's the range you want to be. Whatever weight that is for you, that's where you want to be. I don't want to say weight ranges because everyone's strength is different. Everyone's experience is different. So I'm not going to say, oh, no, grab 100-pound dumbbells and bench, because you may be benching 30-pound dumbbells, or you may be benching 200-pound dumbbells. I don't know what your strength is like, so I wouldn't do you justice. I wouldn't do anybody justice to say, okay, grab this weight and do this many reps. I would say, grab a weight that you feel like you could do. If you're brand new to the gym, grab a lightweight and start there. Grab a lightweight and judge and see how that felt. This would be a good way to try things out. Okay, let's say if you're brand new into the gym, you're going to do chest today. You're going to do dumbbell bench press. Okay, dumbbell bench press, brand new into the gym. You pick the 30-pound dumbbells. Okay, see how you felt. Did it feel like you could have done 5 reps? Do you feel like you could have done 10 reps? Do you feel like you can do 20 reps? Do you feel like you can do 30 reps? If you feel like, okay, I can do 5 reps, then it may be a little bit heavy, but try it out and time your rest breaks. If you feel like you can do 10, perfect. Stay there until you can get 10, like 3 sets of 10 easily, and then increase it. If you're like 15, 20, that's way too light. Go up 5 or even 10 pounds. Again, try the lighter area. If you feel like you can have gone 15, if you feel like you can have gone 20, jump up 10 or whatever that you feel like, whatever weight you feel comfortable with. If you have a spotter or a gym partner, that's even better. That way you can actually test out the weights a little bit safer, if you will. Because to be honest, even myself, again, I've been in the gym forever and a half. And there are certain weights that I don't particularly try. I don't try to max out something on particular exercises unless I have a spotter. Even if I feel like I can get it, if it is a particular heavy weight, I don't try to do things that could be to my detriment without a spotter. Even if I feel like I'm 90% sure I can handle a weight, I don't do it without a spotter. For instance, I was doing dumbbell bench press and I was stuck at the 80s. It's like, okay, I remember I was stuck at the 80s for a while when I first started hitting them, but I got a spotter. I could have hit the 90s easy. 95s were tough. So I'm like, okay, before I go up, I'm going to grab a spotter. I'm saying, hey, I think I can do this, but I just want you to be here just for support, just in case if I need you. Again, I would rather have someone there. I'd rather have them there and not need them than need them and not have them there. You know what I mean? So if you're going to try out like heavier, like particularly heavier weights, there's certain exercises like, okay, you don't need it. You don't need the spotter immediately. But certain exercises can be a little bit more dangerous than others. So I would say if you're going to try to max out on a particular exercise that is a little more dangerous than others, then have a spotter. Again, if you're doing front raises, you don't need a spotter. If you're doing bench press, get a spotter. If you're doing squats, get a spotter. You know what I mean? So you gotta be realistic with how you're getting a spotter. But again, you want to make sure that you're maximizing your muscle growth. You want to make sure that you're maximizing your time in the gym. Even if you enjoy being in the gym for 8 hours, whatever that time is, you want to make sure that you're maximizing your time. You want to make sure that you're not doing junk volume. That's another thing that people tend to do. Some people add too much junk volume and they actually end up burning out before they actually get into their working weights. And some people do the opposite. They kind of jump into their heavier weights too soon without warming up. So you want to make sure that particularly if you're going to work on a stretch of a muscle, you want to make sure that you're warming up. Just like a rubber band. If you have a rubber band and you take it fresh out of the package, it's going to be stiff. It's not going to have that as much stretch. But if you have that rubber band that's been around index cards and taken in and off and like on and off of index cards for a month, there's a lot of elasticity in that rubber band. It's going to be able to move a lot easier than that fresh rubber band out that fresh package. So you want to be able to make sure that you're working your rubber band. You want to make sure that you're warming up as much as you need to and as safely as you need to for the particular exercise. Again, warm up your whole body. Do 5-10 minutes of a cardio workout to get your blood pumping, and then before you go into the weight, particularly, again, this is what I typically do, and then a lot of people kind of do variations of this. You want to work the muscle in the range of motion that you're going to be working. So again, I do, like today I did elliptical for 10 minutes. It felt good. I was pumped up. I was like, okay, I feel really, really good. Then I went down to bench press, and I was like, okay, I want to try to do dumbbells. Dumbbells are free. Perfect. So I'm like, okay, what did I do last time? I started off at 65-pound dumbbells. Okay, cool. Now for some people that may be a lot. For other people it's like, that's it. Again, that's where I warmed up at. I was like, okay, I did 65 last time. This felt really, really easy. Okay, let me try to go up a little bit. So I went to 70-pound dumbbells. I did, instead of 10, easy money. I'm like, okay, cool. This was actually a good warm-up weight for me. Jumped to 80s. Okay, cool. This was good. And I actually worked at, did I work at 90? Yeah, I worked at 90. I did 3 sets of 10 at 90. That felt good. Like, okay, cool. I know where I'm at. Again, always write notes. Whether you have a shorthand or a longhand for your notes, always write your notes down and make it that way that you're not writing a full dissertation, but you're not like, it's good. You know, you want to have some kind of depth that you know where you are in regards to your progress. So it's like, okay, 90 pound dumbbells, felt good, felt tired at rep 10. So you know, okay, this is the weight that I'm actually working at. But if you're doing 90-pound dumbbells and it's like, worked at 90-pound dumbbells, felt like death at rep 5, then you know the 90s are too heavy. So write down your notes in a shorthand that makes sense for you, so you're not sitting there reading your whole dissertation. It's like, okay, I had a whole thesis statement just to know which weights that you're working at. You know what I mean? So warm up properly. If you want to warm up your rotator cuffs, that's actually a really good idea, just so your rotator cuffs aren't your limiting factor with your bench press. Warm up your rotator cuffs, jump into the motion that you're going to work for the exercise. Again, lightweight, and then work up. If you want to do a set or two before you actually get to your working weight, perfectly fine. To be honest, I used to do too many warm-up sets with my leg press because I was like, okay, this is a heavy weight now. I wanted to make sure that I warmed up properly, and I probably burnt myself out, warming up, to be honest. Again, I'm a human. I make mistakes. I'm man enough to know that, okay, I made mistakes, or this way is too heavy, or this way is too light and I punked out today. It happens, So you want to do like 2 sets of 1 or 2, maybe 3 sets, and then actually go to your working weight, but also judge your warm-ups. So again, if I'm working at 90s, I want to do my warm-up set at 30-pound dumbbells. 10 sets of, a set of 10 at 30-pound dumbbells and a set of 10 at 50-pound dumbbells, and jumping to the 90s. No, that's not a warm-up. That's not really gonna do as much as you think it's going to do. So warm up properly before you actually do your exercise. So again, going back to the main top 2 points of the video, whenever you're doing your chest day, try these 2 particular things out. Retracting your shoulder blades. What that looks like is you're bringing your shoulders up, back, and down, and actually, gets a bigger stretch on your chest. And then whenever you're doing your flies, instead of thinking about giving someone a big hug and bringing your fist in like you're going to, like you're going to hug somebody, bring your upper arms in. So you want to think about, bringing the inside of your arms together. And again, just sit there and try that out and see how it feels. You'll be surprised about the gains that you can make, how much of a bigger pump that you get on your chest, how your shirts fit differently. It's amazing, and particularly for my guys who's looking for that Superman chest, that superhero chest. Try it out, see how it feels. For my ladies, yes, you can still do the same thing. You want to still maximize your chest growth, your chest muscle growth. Again, we can talk about other things later, but you want to make sure that you're as strong as you need to be up top. There are other things that we can do in regards to making sure that you're warming up properly, that you're getting a good enough pump where you need it to be. Particularly for my ladies who have a little more top. Different things you need to be careful of, you need to watch out for. Well, not be careful, but just kind of watch out for. But again, still work your chest. You still want to have strong chest muscles. Particularly, you want to have strong front delts. You want to have strong rotator cuffs. Again, there's no such thing as a male muscle. There's no such thing as a lady muscle. We all have the same muscles. Again, slight caveats for different things, but generally speaking, we all have the same muscles. So, again, there's a couple other things I want to talk about, but those are two main things. Shoulders up, back, and down. It's called retracting your scapula. Think about putting your scapula, your shoulder blades, in your back pocket. And then while you're doing that, also, whenever you're doing a chest fly, bring your upper arm inside. So you want to bring your upper arm, your humerus bone, or your biceps into the midline, into the middle of your body. See how it feels. Thank me later. If there's anything else that you're thinking about, shoot me a message. Oh, another thing I want to say is, again, just like I said in another video, is do your compound lifts first, and then focus on your weak points. That way, so we can maximize our time in the gym. Again, I'm about maximizing the time that we got. Again, don't want to be in the gym for 2 hours? Oh yeah, the gym is my fun place. But I'm all about maximizing the time that we have. So do your compound lifts, whether that is a regular bench, whether that's an incline, maximize your time. Do your compound lifts first, and then do your isolation exercises to kind of finish things up. Think about it like you're mowing the lawn. You can edge the lawn first and then mow the lawn, or you can just mow the whole lawn and weed whack where you need to, edge where you need to. And that way you're maximizing your time. You're maximizing, the look of the lawn. You gotta maximize your body. You want to maximize your time in the gym. You want to make sure that that you're doing justice for the time that you're in there. All right. So yes, two main things. I know I said this ad nauseum. Two main things to pay attention to: retract your shoulder blades, shoulders up, back, and down. Put your shoulder blades in your back pocket is another way to think about it. And then whenever you're doing your chest flies, particularly with a cable or a pec deck machine, think about bringing your upper arm, your humerus, or your bicep. Think about bringing that into midline, into the middle of your body. Compared to just giving someone a giant hug, you want to bring your upper arm into the middle of your body. Try it out on your next chest day. Let me know how it goes. Again, if there's any other questions, comments, concerns, drop them down in the chat. I love to chat with you guys. Again, all the fun stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. But again, appreciate y'all, and I'm out. Later.